This is Joan Kuhl, founder of Why Millennials Matter, author of Peter Drucker's 5 Most Important Questions, the new edition, and a judge for the 2015 International Drucker Challenge, an essay competition for students and young professionals. I had the extraordinary opportunity of attending the 7th annual Global Peter Drucker Forum in Vienna, Austria, and I wanted to share my top 10 moments. You can also follow and the recap on the Twitter stream at hashtag GPDF15. So my top 10 moments begin with number 1, having the opportunity to hear from Rachel Bodson, known for being a thought leader on collaborative consumption, and Robin Chase, one of the founders of Zipcar, and a fantastic new book called Peers Inc. These two women were those that I had greatly admired prior to the forum, but seeing them in action, hearing them share their research and their innovative approach to new dynamics in global business, it ignited a dynamic conversation about the sharing economy. Rachel also told me in a conversation afterwards that her journey began with research based on a hunch. So thank you, Rachel, for validating my path as one we're staying on. My number 2 moment was watching Andrew Hill of the Financial Times, Adi Ignatius and Julia Kirby of the Harvard Business Review, and Gillian Tett of the Financial Times, all renowned editors, lead and facilitate with spontaneous humor, wit, and actually true representation, not just of the conversation on stage, but the one online too. I learned a ton from watching them. Number 3 was Jim Keen, CEO of Steelcase, and Rick Goings, CEO of Tupperware. Here's 2 public company CEOs that were speaking with genuine passion about why and how people come first to them and the specific ways that they ensure that that's how their business operates. Rick opened our eyes to a truly an entrepreneurial institutional model. And what I loved is his passion for investing in millennial women as future leaders and key decision makers. Jim spoke to the efforts to restore meaning to work and flipping the question to challenge his peer leaders, other executives, to evaluate their job and redefine it as a curator of culture. You can follow them and their fantastic companies who have inspirational missions and authentic leadership at Tupperware and at Steelcase. Number 4 moment was my favorite, I have to say, a little biased, was listening in awe to our Drucker Challenge winner panel as Kien, Jaime, Namita, and Brett. These were the 4 student and young professional winners of the essay challenge. They blew the audience away. They were brilliant. They were articulate. They were thoughtful, respectful, and memorable. They said, keep calm and Drucker on. They basically dismantled every millennial stereotype in 45 minutes, and it was wonderful to see them on stage sharing their wisdom and also celebrate them at the Drucker Gala at Marks Hall. Moment number 5 was really personal to me. I was strolling through St. Stephenson Square with my mother, and I passed the Man's Bookstore, where they had proudly displayed all the titles of the conference, and I saw our very own Drucker's 5 Most Important Questions, new edition, several copies on the top shelf. For me, it was a pinch me moment, and I couldn't wait to return to New York City to share the news with my mentor, Frances Hesselbein. Moment number 6 was just the day before the forum kicked off, and I had lunch with Joseph Massarello and his wife Judy, also joined by Joseph Wang of the Drucker Academy in China and Philip Pan of Bright China. Joseph, if you aren't aware of his tremendous work, he's a New York Times bestseller and was one of the closest peers, mentees, and scholars with Peter Drucker while he was alive and afterwards, keeping his work relevant and present and inspiring all of us. And hearing him light up when he talked about particular moments with Peter that shaped his life, it was such a pleasure and an honor to have an opportunity to really learn directly from Joseph and Judy. Moment number 7 was so unexpected to me. I had heard so many tremendous things about Charles Handy, Handy, and I'd encourage all of you to go out and buy his books, but he came alive on stage, standing before the crowd with so much clear, direct, tangible inspiration. I teared up twice. He was all about telling you to go after your destiny and achieve your potential. Moment number 8 was the most fun, and that was hearing Kevin Roberts, executive chairman of Saatchi & Saatchi, who basically woke us all up from our soccer tour haze after lunch. He was hilarious and relevant, and everything he talked about in his theories mirrored our feelings about how emotion can really impact business in a positive way. He applauded millennials for their optimism and encouraged them to go after big dreams. Moment number 9, I actually sitting in the front row tweeting throughout the event, I got to sit next to most of the speakers, including Henry Mintzberg. So for days, he spoke on stage, but I'd watch him scribble in his notebook, and I hoped that I would catch his talent by osmosis or maybe spy the secrets of his writing. But what I learned was this is somebody who was actively engaged in the moment, and he was expertly processing all these big ideas to continue to carry the conversation afterwards. Finally, moment number 10, hearing Martin Makos, the founder of MySQL and the School of Herrings, enlighten us that, you know what? Maybe we have it wrong. Maybe things aren't moving faster. Everybody is so busy and things are flying by. Maybe what's happened is our wait time has accelerated, and that's what's showing up in how we demand immediacy and spontaneous, instantaneous gratification and feedback. So tremendous thought leaders. I wish I could talk forever about all of them. I think the most important thing to do is encourage all of you to follow the hashtag, to stay involved, check out all the speakers that spoke at the International Peter Drucker Forum, and ignite your own ideas into this conversation about how Drucker's wisdom is still relevant today.